My name is H. Eugene Vickers, Lieutenant, USNR. I was down around my home in Havertown, and we heard of this attack. I think they were aghast, they were taken back. I just couldn't comprehend it because I never had anything like that happen before. And in those days too, Pearl Harbor was pretty far away. It's not like it is today, a lot closer with planes and so forth. But I remember it seemed like something far away that happened that we knew was bad, but we didn't know how bad it was going to be for us until later on. So right away they were talking about calling people to the service. And a man in our church down there was a pretty big wheel in the township. He said, "Jane," he said, "you have a college degree, why go in as a buck private?" He said, "Go down to the naval procurement and see about getting a commission." So I did. And I remember I went in and the fellow said, "Where did you finish in your high school class?" I said, "About the middle." He said, "How about your college class?" "About the middle." "Kind of mediocre, aren't you?" And I found out there are a lot of other mediocre guys in the service. They passed it on, and then I went up to Harvard for 5 months and training there for communications in the Navy. Well, we went to classes. We were D-ranked during the week. In other words, we didn't wear our uniforms. But then when the weekend came, we had to put on our uniforms. We went downtown and all that sort of thing. But we had all kinds of drills there in Harvard, and learned a lot about codes and ciphers. They had classes on that, how to take messages and put them in a code to send out so that people would understand what they were, what messages were going out. So that was one of our classes we had up there, and it was a good experience. I had one Harvard teacher, the rest of them were Navy teachers, and he wasn't any better than the teachers I had at college. So that it was an enjoyable experience going there. 5 months up there. My wife could join me with our little daughter, so they had an apartment off campus, and I had to stay on campus the first month, and then the last 4 months we could have this apartment, so we stayed off campus then. So it was part of the Navy experience. Well, we learned how to put messages in code, sending out coded messages, and learned how to use the blinking light for sending out messages and things of that kind. In other words, when the fleet was there, they didn't send noise over the radio. They used the blinking light to tell different, there were great big searchlights that they put out that way, and that would give orders to the different ships what to do. They'd get the order from the admiral in charge or the general who would be on board in charge, and then send the messages to the different ships in the fleet. And fleet was pretty large by the time we got down to the war zone now. Well, you never liked leaving your wife and daughter, but you just did it, that's all. There wasn't any question of whether you liked it or not. I think in those days, this was what was called to do, you do it. And from there, why we got orders to go places.